Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And today I just want to kind of breeze over a topic that came up. So you could kind of call it a question to the channel, but it is really just a kind of topic that was kind of like being thrown around about women who call men mama's boys. Why do they use this term? And it always comes off as a term of an insult. It's like an insult term that's thrown at men, trying to say, oh, they're dependent on their moms or whatever the case is. And to a degree, there is that concept of if someone's completely dependent on their mom, then you could be coined as a mama's boy, and that's a negative. But sometimes this term is thrown around for guys who just legit contact their mom, every now and then, talk to her on the phone, just the right thing to do. And as a tactic for a woman to separate a man from his family, but particularly his mom, who might shield him from certain types of behaviors that a woman might do that maybe he's not privy to, and the mom is aware of it because she's a woman. She'll call that man a mama's boy, to kind of separate him. But the thing about it is, it's funny how in today's modern society, how it's almost um, ironic is the right word to use, in regards to how or why a woman will say that to a man, a good man who, keeps in contact with his family and whatnot, as a way to separate him, knowing that the same cause of that is the same thing that even modern women today do to their kids over the man that they're with, or even the father of the child. So, for example, um, men are often, when they're young and they're growing up as a young boy, they're often cherished by their mom. They see that their mom does, anything and everything for them. Their sense of one of the only women in their life when they're young is someone who does anything and everything for them, worships them, cherishes them, has their best interest in mind. So that's the first impression they get from a woman. But if you also ask any modern women now, modern woman today, um, is it your man or your kids that come first? Even if that is the father to the kids, they're gonna say it's my kids who come first. So essentially, the same, even the modern woman is breeding that in their kids, and you see this all the time in today's age. They'll do for the kids, but they won't be anything positive to the man. So what is that giving a man who grows up the impression of? That, well, as I get older, a woman is not gonna treat me very nice, or not gonna put me above the kids, or especially if she has kids already in her life that aren't his, but my mom will. So, and in a common thing is that this current modern day space, of relationships and dating, is that, people, I won't say specifically just women, but people in general, sometimes, um, they don't want to be the change that they want to see. They want to see a change happen in the world, but they don't want to be that change. So in the case of this, where, women might use as an insulting term to say he's a mama's boy. Well, if you want there to be less mama's boys, you have to cherish your man, even if it's the father of your kid, of the kid that you have. And you might think, well, the kid comes first. Cherish the man just as much as the kid. And what will happen is that kid will learn. It won't be the benefit to you as the mom, but it'll be the benefit to the next woman that will be with your son when he gets older, that he'll say, okay, you know what? I can have a substantial amount of love from a woman that is not my family, because that's what I saw growing up. And then he won't then have this, not to say that there's anything wrong with giving your mom a call every now and then, but it won't be perceived as much as, quote unquote, the mama's boy, because that won't be the only form of love that he ever got from a woman, was just from his mom. And so this is just to reiterate, this is very vital on the aspect that, if a kid is growing up and he never sees the mom show love to the man, his assumption will be you can never get love from a woman. So I just wanted to tackle that question, because I've seen that thrown out there sometimes, and I've seen there's a lot of guys out there who sometimes get called that from the woman that they're with, just as a way to separate the man from his mom, in terms of guidance, in terms of, you know, having that kind of nurturing relationship as if it's a negative, or as if the mom is taking that away from the woman that he's with. When actuality, a lot of times they may only feel that way because they know that they are actually doing negative things to the man, or deceiving him, and for that reason it keeps the shade over their eyes, over the man's eyes, that he can't reach out to someone who's got a clear mindset and knows about women. That sometimes seems to be the basis of it. Modern women know this because when they have a kid and they're ever asked the question of, would you want this situation for your son, some kind of situation that might seem unbiased to a man, that might seem biased to a man, and as they're in their grown-up phase, they might say, I like the idea of that, but then you flip the script to apply to their son, they go, no, I wouldn't like that. So they understand it full well and all, but will change it based on how it's affecting them or how it's affecting their kid. But I just want to throw that out there because, like I said, I have had questions like that thrown out there, topics of that kind of discussion thrown out there with some general discussions I had with some people, and it's just been a kind of a topic that's been running around lately. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video.